everyone, dear students. Welcome back once again on set of online class. And this is our first online class. So best wishes for your new session. I hope you'll cooperate with teachers by completing your work on time. Okay. So be in touch with us and have continuity in your work part. Now let us begin with our teaching and learning part. Let me introduce you to the text. So the name of it is Honey Dew. It is an NCERT course. Totally we are having 10 chapters in it, and besides that even 7 poems. So before starting the chapter, let us discuss about the title, that is chapter 1, and the author of it. Okay. Here it is the author of the chapter. Chapter 1, The Best Christmas Present in the World, and it is written by this author named Michael Morpurgo. So let us see few things about this person. This person, Michael Andrew Bridge, okay, and he was born on 5 October 1943, that is in England. His occupation, he is an author, good poet, and even a playwright. Means he wrote many famous novels, okay, especially related to children. Nationality is British, okay, and his famous works, notable works are War House, Why the Whales Came, Private Peaceful, okay, and the spouse means the name of his wife is Claire Morpurgo and had 3 children, okay. Now here you could see St. Albans, United Kingdom at England, he was born. We have seen these things and many more such. The name of his children are Sebastian, Rosalind, Horatio, and he completed his education from King's College in London, Royal Military Academy, Sandhurst, and the King's School. So, this is chapter 1, The Best Christmas Present in the World. Now, the topic, the title which is given here, Christmas present. Okay, now what would be the best Christmas present in the world? Some are finding pleasure in having material gifts. कोई आपको अगर कोई गिफ्ट देता है तो आपको बहुत खुशी होती है, isn't? Now let me ask you one thing. Do you like to receive presents? Isn't everybody like? Of course सबको ही अच्छा लगता है. I don't think शायद ही कोई ऐसा होगा जिसको प्रेजेंट रिसीव करना अच्छा नहीं लगता होगा. बट हियर इट इज़ दैट इट मे नॉट बी अ मटेरियल गिफ्ट. ज़रूरी नहीं कोई भी एक ऑब्जेक्ट, कोई भी चीज़ जो आपको दी जाए एज ए प्रेजेंट. बिसाइड दैट देर आर मैनी अदर काइंड्स ऑफ प्रेजेंट, लाइक दैट इज़ योर इमोशन. इमोशन में जैसे आता है हैप्पीनेस, लव. कोई आपकी कोई फेवरेट चीज़ कर देता है विच यू लाइक द मोस्ट. कोई आपको किसी चीज़ से रिलेटेड बहुत खुशी देता है, तो दैट हैप्पीनेस इज़ ऑल्सो द बेस्ट present. So not only material things but also the emotions, your happiness, the love, the likeness from someone is could be also included in best present. Okay. Now this chapter talks about 2 scenarios. Okay. The war between, so the best Christmas present in the world. So in this chapter we are going to see what is the best Christmas present and who receives this present in this whole story. Now before we read this chapter, let me tell you few things about this chapter. This chapter talks about 2 scenarios. Okay, first is between the battlefield where the war is going on between the Britain and Germany, and this is related to the time when the World War I first was going on, which started in July 1914 and which ended on November 1918. Okay, now this incident is related to the time of 1914 when the war was going on between Britain and Germany. Okay, and the day that is on Christmas Eve, these people, instead of having a conflict, having a war between each other, they were celebrating, the soldiers of both the opposite armies were celebrating Christmas with each other. Okay, and second scene is related to a lady named Connie Macpherson, who is the wife of the soldier of the main officer of the British Army named Jim McPherson, and what present she receives on the Christmas Eve. So these two scenes we are going to read here in this chapter. Okay, so now let us begin with the before you read part. Now here you could see before you read. There are some dates or periods of time in the history of the world that are so significant that everyone knows and remember them. It means we are continuously in touch with history, isn't? किसी न किसी तरह से हम हिस्ट्री के टच में रहते हैं, और हिस्ट्री हम तभी पढ़ पाते हैं when we know the particular date, okay, the year when that incident, that event happened. यानी हिस्ट्री को अगर हमको पढ़ना है तो सबसे मेन चीज़ उसमें क्या होती है? ओके, दैट इज डेट्स एंड पीरियड्स ऑफ टाइम. So these two things are very important, very significant, because these dates, this period of time help us to know, to remember whatever had happened in the history. Otherwise हम कैसे जान पाएंगे when this world war happened, when all that happened, isn't? So dates play a very important role here. The story you will read mentions one such date and event, that is a war between the British and Germans in 1914. Can you guess which war it was? As I've already told you, if you could remind again which war it was World War First, and it started on 1914. Now some dates are mentioned here, and you have to find out that what events took place on these dates. Okay, तो आंसर्स तो आई थिंक सबने पढ़ लिए होंगे that they are given on which page, but I think you should be honest to yourself and try to find out on your own that which event took place on these dates. Okay, now let us proceed towards a chapter. Now this chapter starts from the narrator. Okay, how he came to know about the war and what had happened between the British and the Germans. Okay, troops of soldiers, how they celebrated Christmas, what had happened on the battlefield, what had happened to his wife Connie McPherson, and all these things. So how this author came to know about all these things. So this thing we are going to read here in this first part. Okay, so if you people are having text with you, better underline the hard words, so that it would be easy for you to write down the meanings. Clear? Okay, now let us start. There are main three characters in this chapter. First is Jim McPherson, who is the leader of British Army, and before that he was a teacher at Dorset. Second, his wife named Connie McPherson, and third is Hans Wolf, who is the captain of German troop. Okay, and before that he used to play cello in orchestra in Dusseldorf. Now let us start with the chapter. Now as I am reading the sentence, look carefully, listen carefully, and if you have any doubt you could ask me in a live class. Okay, let's start. I spotted it in a junk shop in Bridport, a roll-top desk. Now here I is the author. Okay, spotted means you could see here, saw it, found it, यानी किसी चीज़ के ऊपर नज़र पड़ना. In a junk shop in Bridport, and here the word it, listen carefully, the word it is used for a roll top desk. Okay, now this roll top desk is a kind of desk जिसके ऊपर एक शटर होता है, ठीक है, और उसके डेस्क के नीचे बहुत सारी ड्रॉर्स होती है. ओके, बहुत काफ़ी पहले पुराने समय में ये चलती थी. नाउ आई स्पॉटेड इट इन अ जंक शॉप इन अ ब्रिडपॉट. जंक शॉप मीन्स जो कबाड़ी की दुकान होती है जहाँ पुराना सामान मिलता है, ठीक है, एंड ब्रिडपॉट इज़ द नेम ऑफ द place. So the author says that I saw a roll top desk in a junk shop in Bridport. The man said it was early 19th century and oak. Now, that person who was there on the junk shop, he said that this roll top desk, okay, it was of early 19th century and it is made up of what thing? Oak. Oak is a kind of wood which is used to make furnitures and I think it is very costly. बहुत expensive होते हैं इससे बने हुए furniture. Now this person, this author, he want to buy this roll top desk. But though it is made up of oak wood, it is quite expensive. It was too expensive and he could not afford to buy such an expensive roll top desk. So now what to do? But one day he saw a old roll top desk in a junk shop. We could say a second hand thing. I had wanted one, but they were far too expensive. Isn't, as I've already told you, this person was quite willing to have this roll top desk, but they are very expensive, so he could not buy the new one. This one was in a bad condition, but the roll top desk which he saw in a junk shop, okay, it was in a bad condition. Second hand tha, not a new one, and it was quite in a bad condition. The roll top in several pieces. जो उस डेस्क के ऊपर जो रोल टॉप था उसका, जिसको रोल हम शटर भी कह सकते हैं, तो इट वॉज इन सेवरल पीसेस, यानी जगह जगह से वो टूट फूट गया था. 1 lakh क्लमजीली मेंडेड. क्लमजीली यानी मतलब नॉट इन अ प्रॉपर वे, अच्छे तरीके से नहीं, बस ऐसे ही जैसे किसी भी चेयर की कुछ भी एक उसका लेग टूट जाता है तो व्हाट वी डू फॉर टेम्प्ररी, वी जस्ट पुट अ नेल टू इट, एक कील ठोक देंगे जिससे वो एक बार टेम्प्ररी उसका हम लगा देते हैं. बट इट इज़ नॉट अ परमानेंट सोल्यूशन फॉर दैट, इजंट. इफ़ एनीबडी विल सिट ऑन इट ही विल डेफिनेटली फॉल डाउन. सो सेम थिंग हियर कि उसको बस ऐसे ही टेम्प्ररी मेंड किया गया था. मेंड मीन्स रिपेयर. ठीक है. स्कॉच मार्क्स ऑल डाउन वन साइड. स्कॉच मार्क्स मतलब बर्न मार्क्स. ठीक है, जले हुए के निशान, यानी उस रोल टॉप डेस्क के जगह जगह पर उसके ऊपर बर्न मार्क्स थे, स्कॉच मार्क्स थे. ऐसे लग रहा था जैसे कि किसी आग की वजह से उसके ऊपर ये निशान हुए हो. इट वॉज गोइंग फॉर वेरी लिटिल मनी. ना गोइंग फॉर मतलब सेलिंग फॉर, यानी बहुत ही कम दामों में उसको बेच रहे थे, बिकॉज इट वॉज इन अ वेरी बैड कंडीशन. सो ही वॉज सेलिंग इट फॉर अ वेरी लेस प्राइस, फॉर वेरी लिटिल मनी. एंड वॉज गोइंग फॉर मतलब वॉज सेलिंग फॉर. So it was going for very little money. I thought I could restore it. I hear the other things that he could restore it. मैं उसको repair कर लूँगा. So he decided to buy that roll top desk. It would be a risk, a challenge, but I had to have it. It means to buy that roll top desk, repairing it would be a great challenge because while repairing it may break further. हो सकता है रिपेयर करते समय और टूट फूट जाए, बिकॉज इट वॉज रियली इन अ वेरी बैड कंडीशन. बट स्टिल ही डिसाइडेड टू बाय इट बिकॉज ही वॉज विलिंग. उसकी बहुत इच्छा थी टू हैव अ रोल टॉप डेस्क, बट एक्सपेंसिव होने की वजह से वो खरीद नहीं सकता था. सो ही वॉज रेडी टू बाय दिस सेकेंड हैंड रोल टॉप डेस्क. आई पेड द मैन and brought it back to my work room at the back of garage. Okay, so he bought that roll top desk and brought it to his back room, work room at the back of its garage where he could repair that roll top desk. I began work on it on Christmas Eve. It means same day, the Christmas का दिन था. On Christmas day evening he decided to repair that desk. Okay, so here in this paragraph we read about the condition of the roll top desk, why the poet could not the author could not buy the new one, why he decided to buy the old one. So this thing we read here, and as I have already told you, I have told what is the word refer to it, किसके लिए कहा गया है, isn't. Oak. The man said, who was the man? but they were far too expensive. I had wanted one. Means this line shows that why the author could not buy the new one. Okay, so this is the condition of that roll top desk. Now let us move further on next paragraph. I removed the roll top completely and pulled out the drawers. यानी रोल टॉप यानी जो डेस्क के ऊपर जो शटर जैसा रोल होता है वो उसने पूरा रिमूव कर दिया and pulled out the drawers. Now the desk was having few drawers in it. So what he did, उसने एक एक करके drawers खोली, निकाल दी. The veneer had lifted almost everywhere. Veneer is a ply. You know, the doors, the furnitures, when they are made, they have a ply on it. लकड़ी से जो बनाए जाते हैं और उसके ऊपर एक प्लाई लगाई जाती है, डेकोरेटिव, isn't a thin layer of plastic or decorative wood, जिसको हम प्लाई भी कहते हैं. Okay, on furniture or of cheap wood. To make more attractive, we apply the ply on it, and that is called as veneer. The veneer had lifted almost everywhere. यानी उसके हर कोने से वो जो प्लाई थी, वो veneer थी, वो निकल चुकी थी. It looked like water damage to me. So the author here imagined like water damage to me. The author said that after seeing the condition of that roll top desk, it seems as if the ply had been lifted because of the water damage. यानी पानी की वजह से वो प्लाई निकल चुकी थी कोनों कोनों से. Both fire and water had clearly taken their toll on this desk. Now see this line. Both fire and water had clearly taken their toll on this desk. Taken their toll on this desk. Toll on का मतलब होता है damage. Okay, नुकसान करना. It means first he saw the scorch marks, the burn marks on that roll top desk. So definitely it would be because of fire only. And second, when he saw the veneer lifted from every corner, so it had been because of water. So these two things had damaged this roll top desk completely. Now when he removed all the drawers from that roll top desk, you could see here the desk. ऊपर से तो उसने रोल टॉप जो होता है वो यहाँ पर जो रोल टॉप था वो उसने हटा दिया है ऑथर ने. Now he removed these two drawers of this roll top desk. Now the last drawer. See here, the last drawer was stuck fast. Stuck fast means it was quite tight. I tried all I could to ease it out gently. यानी उसने पूरी कोशिश की so that he could ease मतलब स्लोली धीरे से कंफर्टेबली उसने ड्रॉर खोलने की कोशिश की. ओके, इन द एंड आई यूज्ड ब्रूट फोर्स. I struck it sharply with the side of my fist, and the drawer flew open to reveal a shallow space underneath a secret drawer. It means first he tried gently to pull that drawer. Even you people have tried this thing that whenever the drawer, हमारे स्कूल की टेबल की ड्रॉर देख लो, जब ड्रॉर नहीं खुलती व्हाट वी डू, वी जस्ट यूज़ अ फुल फोर्स, इजंट, एक झटके से हम उसको खोलने की कोशिश करते हैं ड्रॉर को. तो सेम थिंग दिस पर्सन, दिस ऑथर डिड. ही यूज इट्स ब्रूट फोर्स विद द फिस्ट यानी मुट्ठी से टाइट पकड़ के उसने उस ड्रॉर को जोर से खींचा. एंड द ड्रॉर फ्लू ओपन. आई थिंक यू विल हैव एक्सपीरियंस दिस थिंग, कैसे झटके से जब हम ड्रॉर खोलते तो it gives a sudden jerk to our body also. So the drawer flew open to reveal a shallow space. Reveal means to open. Okay, to show. To reveal a shallow space underneath. He saw उसमें ही एक छोटा सा एक और सेक्शन था उसी ड्रॉर में. Okay, it means it was having a secret drawer. Means that drawer was having one more secret drawer in that. There was something in there. When he opened the drawer, he saw that in that secret drawer, there was something. I reached in. I reached in means he put his hand in that secret drawer. What he found? He found a small tin box. Okay. तो उसको एक छोटा सा टिन का बॉक्स मिलता है. Sellotape to the top of it was a piece of lined note paper. It means when he saw that small tin box, on the top of that box, not inside, okay, उस बॉक्स के ऊपर टेप से एक पेपर चिपकाया हुआ था. ओके और लाइंड नोट पेपर मीन्स किसी नोटबुक का पेपर था, वो लाइंड था. एंड समथिंग वॉज रिटन ऑन दैट, on the top of that paper, okay, not what was inside there. On the top of that lined note paper, what was written? Jim's last letter received. When the letter was received, just remember the date, January 25, 1915. Means whoever the person had received this letter had put it in that drawer with the सेलो टेप बीन अटैच टू ऑन द टॉप ऑफ दैट टिन बॉक्स. और उसने उसके ऊपर ये लिख रखा था कि वैन ही रिसीव्ड दैट लेटर, वैन ही और शी हूएवर हैड रिसीव्ड दैट लेटर, इट मीन्स दैट पर्सन हैड रिसीव्ड दैट लेटर ऑन January 25, 1915. टू बी buried with me when the time comes means whenever the person will die, the letter had to be buried with him or her. Okay, so this thing was written on that piece of lined note paper. Sellotape to the top of it, piece of lined paper, उसके ऊपर this thing was written. Till comes. Okay. I knew as I did it that it was wrong of me to open the box. Now when he saw that tin box and he read what was written on that paper, so he thought that I should not open this. But you know, whenever you find any envelope या आपके पास कोई ऐसी चीज़ होती है तो यू बिकम क्वाइट क्यूरियस, आपसे रहा नहीं जाता है, एंड यू हैव टू ओपन दैट थिंग एंड सी व्हाट इज़ रिटन देयर. इफ़ यू फाइंड एनी थिंग, कोई बॉक्स मिलता है या कुछ भी मिलता है, यू विल बी वेरी एक्साइटेड, वेरी एंथुसियास्टिक टू रीड, टू सी व्हाट इज़ देयर इन, isn't? You can't control yourself. It is a human nature. Same thing here. I knew, the author knew that to open that box and read whatever there in that letter, it's not a good thing, it's not good manner. But curiosity, his eagerness got the better of my scruples. Okay, but his curiosity made him to do these things. Scruples मतलब एक फीलिंग आना कि जो आप कर रहे हो इट इज़ नॉट अ गुड थिंग, एक हेजिटेशन होना, बट स्टिल यू आर डूइंग दैट थिंग और इट्स कॉल्ड एज scruples. It usually does, and it generally happen with everyone, which I have told you now. Inside the box there was an envelope. The address read, means when he opened that box, from that box he found an envelope. ठीक है, पहले तो टिन बॉक्स के ऊपर एक पेपर चिपका हुआ था, उसके ऊपर जो लिखा हुआ था दैट थिंग वी हैव रेड. नाउ इनसाइड द बॉक्स ही फाउंड एन एनवेलप, एक लिफाफा मिला. इन दैट एनवेलप, sorry, on that envelope the address was written, Mrs. Jim McPherson, 12 Copper Beaches, Bridport. Okay, that is at Dorset. Means the envelope was posted to whom? To Mrs. Jim McPherson at Dorset. What this author did, he took out the letter from the envelope, unfolded it, means he opened that letter. It was written in pencil, means the whole letter was written in pencil. Pencil से वो letter लिखा गया था. And the date at the top of that letter was December 26, 1914. So remember, on this date, December 26, 1914, the letter was written. Okay, letter was written. And when this letter was received, this date we read here now, that is January 25, 1915. So these two main dates are mentioned here in the first part. Okay, so here we have completed the first part of this chapter. In this we read about the author, about the roll top desk, and what he received and what he read in the, what he found in that desk. Now in the next part we are going to read what he read in that letter. Okay, so students, here are two questions. What did the author find in a junk shop? And what did he find in a secret drawer? Who do you think had put it in there? So use whatever I have taught you now. Okay, listen it carefully and try to solve these two questions roughly. Okay, at last we will solve it again, but try to do it on your own. And second part we are going to read in our next video. Okay, so complete your work on time. Thank you.